draft for game number 1. A Bain first pick for Virtus.pro. Let's have a quick look at the bans as well. Anything stand out? It all seems pretty meta.
All the carries get through, the big 3 we always talk about.
Morph,
so
TB, PL all gone through.
VP love Morphling. That's something they'll almost want more than the TB, but at the same time they'll be happy grabbing either one.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything crazy in the bans. Axe Enigma just seem like must-ban heroes right now in this patch almost.
I guess like the only surprising ban could be the Weaver maybe, but he's been first pick a lot of games as well, so not really surprising. But picking up that Bane means already that they cannot go for that Terrorblade Dazzle that they won their group stage with.
Yeah.
Which is
it must be
not
I think
possible anyway.
they'd rather the Morphling anyways to the TB. They're probably going to be second picking Morphling here. And it's that flex core that can go safe lane or mid. If you get a really good mid matchup, Morphling just wins you the game sometimes. So
picking the TB with the Morph and the PL in there, does that put a bit more pressure on Virtus.pro in a way? Because they might feel like neither of them get through the second phase, presumably. They've got to pick one of them. Do they pick a stronger counter?
I think they're planning on picking one of those 3 carries in the first stage regardless of what Fnatic grabs, so it doesn't change too much with their plan. You don't need to go first 2 picking, you know, a Zeus or Tinker. Those heroes are likely going to be there later on in the draft regardless. There's other ways you can do it with TB also.
What would you prefer here, guys? Would you prefer the PL?
I don't know. Like VP is also one of those teams that can just pick up a Sven sometimes. You never know about VP. They're a team of confidence. They have done it in the past.
Second pick Val.
Not against
the only team who's picked Sven this tournament is NA. Like there's a reason that hero is not get picked.
The Ogre, Terrorblade.
Just buff him up, make him strong, and then he BKBs to take up half the map.
Yeah. As PPD just said, that 4 times multicast against the potential Morphling pickup. Doesn't sound too good, but pretty sure he wasn't serious about that one. But yeah, I think TB is actually quite good against PL until very late game. You pressure him a lot on the map, and you kind of need a Manta to actually really fight against TB.
Why is Ice sleeping?
He's always sleeping.
He's not sleeping.
It looks like he's sleeping a little bit. Half sleeping.
Maybe he's just tired.
Tired of you.
Tired
of playing with you.
What did I get into here?
Jeez. Morphling.
Morphling.
Oh, no Morphling today.
That's why they banned the Weaver.
Okay.
There's still other ways to deal with it. Like, they could potentially Magnus plus another hard carry to deal with TB.
Doesn't that just mean that they can ban out the Morph and the TB and the PL if they want to?
They can. But as I said, there's like other ways. There's like you can Magnus plus a carry.
Could
use
the
really good
Zeus,
against
the TB.
Troll
Zeus
Magnus
as well.
Yeah, Troll Mag, or you can also just pick like a Zeus or Tinker that deals with the Terrorblade, and you pick another carry that's just good against the rest. A couple of options you can take here.
Magnus could be hotly contested for both teams though, because that's one of those heroes you talk about buffing up TB with Ogre, do with Magnus too.
Yep.
And that's a hero Ice plays. Fnatic's gonna ban it though, because I guess VP have first pick coming out of this stage. So
still means Morph and either Morph or PL will get through. Probably both. You don't really want to ban one and leave the other in.
Hopefully they pick Peel. That'll be fun, I think.
Why is
Terrorblade against Peel? I haven't seen that so far. It'll be fun to see something new.
Very new. I like it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a,
No.
No.
I don't know what you're saying.
Maybe it's a support TB. And then they pick a carry Sven to counter the PL.
Okay.
You're a bit too creative.
There's a little bit off meta. Like that's wilder than a puppy draft.
Yeah, I mean Jay Storm pulled out a Sven. It was not very effective.
Yeah. Didn't Secret play a Terrorblade support?
Yeah, well, that's a couple of months ago.
Yeah, it was ages ago.
Like a year
6,
ago
7
almost.
months.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
I think it was.
2 years ago.
10 years ago.
Like 15 years before.
I think it was in Dota 1.
Well, they banned the Lina, which kind of tells that you kind of want to pick up this Morph. Because we've seen Morph kind of struggle with the Lina a lot. And it is the Ramses comfort pick. He kind of destroys on that hero.
But Shaker is really good against
there is a lot of lockdown.
PL and Morph. Yeah, there is. If you ever get echoed with low HP, just die. Can't do anything.
You see that? Look at that that ban rate and win rate, by the way. Tick up at 7.19 for Phoenix.
I feel like
it's been a long time since it was like 2 years ago or something. There was a phase, wasn't there, where
Didn't he
everyone
start
was
getting
picking
nerfed
them.
too in 7-1?
Yeah, I thought he did.
All his talents, his fire spirit nerfed,
Yeah.
just kept getting nerfed and nerfed, but the hero just kept getting picked
Yeah.
and played.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a big like team fight presence. But whenever I see it against TB, it just loses. I don't think I've seen it win lately against the TB.
Yeah,
It's
you're
also,
probably gonna see it now.
It's also as a result of the fact that other supports have fallen off, isn't it? The fact that it gets picked up, it was kind of in the middle of the meta already, but I guess as others get found out and fixed or whatever, it rises up.
I mean, a huge issue is that a lot of supports don't actually contribute to team fights, whereas Phoenix, he could potentially be a core too. A lot of flexibility.
Yeah, we've seen more of that for sure. Sentinel, third pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
it probably just means that Pasha will play then. Like we've seen Centra as a support, but probably not. I don't think VP will do that.
Not with the Phoenix and the Bane, will they?
Yeah.
Group.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
VP's got their entire lineup now for the supports and
Now the Kunk and
the
Mag
stunts.
ban makes sense though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen mid one though. He just picked the PL, and he beat a Brute Mother with just double Stout Shield.
It's got to be a Brood and a TB this time, though.
Yep.
and it's not hard to deal with the Brood in lane, honestly. It's just the problem is that he farms so fast. You can kind of get overwhelmed sometimes.
We've even seen the Morphling mid against the Brood at least once.
Yeah.
Maybe not this tournament, but I remember seeing that. And
Is
Morphling
it
actually
good?
beat Brood. Yeah, you
I'm
get
pretty
the
doubtful.
Aquila. You get the Aquila. You get the double Stout Shield.
I don't believe it until I see it. That sounds. I don't believe it.
I don't think Morph can beat a Brood.
Well,
You got
Kyle,
so much
Kyle
on-
said it did, but I don't trust Kyle.
but it might be an offlane Brood as well, because Ice likes to play
Yeah.
Brood.
Is it Ice that would played mid if they did that?
No, it's still I bet his Brood is also quite good.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Classic
that makes
counter.
sense, doesn't it?
Against Brood. Very easy lane. You just use your Q and kill all the spiders.
Yeah. Or you just right click him.
Yeah.
It's a great hero. I mean, I think they might just dodge the mid lane because they have second pick anyway, so they will have the last pick.
Look at that jump up in the win rate as well for the Monkey King.
Yeah.
47.
Thank you, mid one.
That's all mid-ones games.
No, not all of them. But
It's been quite a few, though, isn't there?
I think Secret has the highest win rate with Monkey, though, right? Probably.
I think Alliance has been bringing it down a little bit.
I was gonna say, Alliance been picking a lot, but have they been winning a lot?
What about forward? They also picked Monkey a lot and lost with it a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be an offlane Brood and they're just going to pick something to counter the Monkey mid.
Off-lane Brood in 2018. Is it good?
You would know.
But didn't
No,
Alliance?
I wouldn't know.
Didn't Alliance do an offlane Brood one game?
In the group?
Well, they put it safe lane because they
safe
avoided the
lane.
lane.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But and I don't think it worked out that well. Like the reason he's so good middle is because you have close access to ancients and all the neutrals. You just farm super efficiently.
Yeah. You got a medallion, you farm everything like in a minute interval.
Yeah.
Yeah. VP's like, what are we banning?
Well, it's the nice size here. I would ban. The problem he plays a bit everything. Like
you
he played
ban Isis
Tidehunter.
here? I think well, you don't know. It's a problem. It could be offlane Shaker,
Yeah.
but it's not an Ice hero.
He's
Yeah,
played
he
it,
played-
though, isn't it?
Yeah, he
played
has, but it's like
Fine.
not his like super comfort, I think.
I'm sure he'll go Ags and just jump in and die or something. Sounds like Ice.
I mean, they've all started copying the Ags build now.
Yeah, blindly too. I don't like it at all. There was like
Zai did it, though, and he said it felt really good.
yeah, but for example, last series it felt really bad. He had like 3,000 gold saved up, and then he bought like 3 parts of the axe, had no blink.
But mind control went dagger, didn't he? Last
Yeah,
game.
micro dagger. That was good.
He's a TI winner after all.
Yeah, he knows.
All right, they just go back
There's
for a
Morph.
Morphling.
Okay, very flexible lanes too. Morph could go mid save. Monkey
Yeah.
could go mid save.
Yeah,
like,
they can wait and see where the Brood's going to go and adjust.
But I could potentially pick a hero that beats both Monkey and Morph in mid lane.
Such as?
Abed Invoker maybe.
Lena's gone.
Yeah.
What else can I get? I don't know how greedy you want to go when you have Brood and Terrorblade, though.
Yeah.
Like, I could see, like, a Tinker type hero being good, but then you look at the overall
Very
draft,
greedy.
and I'm like, well, do you really want Tinker with Terrorblade Brood? That doesn't sound as good. Even though Tinker against Monkey Morphling can work.
yeah, I just think you need some more control and lockdown, honestly.
Maybe even like a Zeus or something could be good. Just like some damage. I think Radiant lacks a bit of damage too. They have like no burst at all, other than Shaker. Something like Zeus or Invoker would be pretty good in that regard.
Zeus?
Yeah.
God of Thunder.
Oh.
Ice, offlane Zeus.
Possible. Could this be a mid Zeus offlane Brood? It's like whatever they wanna do.
The offlane Brood just feels like if you get that bad matchup against Monkey, it's like you can't just use the jungle. Like you're
right. Yeah.
It's like your farm is so much slower than the mid Brood. Like a mid Brood against Monkey, yeah, it's a bad lane matchup, but you can still farm.
Yeah, I do go for the Abbot Invoker. Very greedy though.
Look at that draft.
Very greedy.
Yikes.
Look at the Fnatic draft.
I mean, if they reach
Holy
mid-late
moly.
game, do I even believe in that? Like,
It's got to be Quaswex Invoker this game. I mean, you go Exort for the lane, but you've got to go back for that.
you definitely have to go
Wex.
Exort. Like, last time with 40 damage against Morphin
Yeah,
is not fun.
you do the build that we've been seeing where you get the Exort. Like, you go 2-0-2 and then you start maxing Wex or something.
They definitely need some
So it's
master
a
damage.
DJ Shaker and an Ice Brood.
Yeah. It's scary though. I think Fnatic's lineup has a lot of weaknesses.
That's a tough lineup
Your
for
prediction.
VP. Yeah, Black, do you want to start?
Well, then I gotta go for VP.
Okay.
Although I believe in Fnatic, but VP just has a way better draft, I think.
Wait, what? So hold on. You believe in one team, but you're going for the other team?
Yeah, I mean, heart
What?
and brain, gotta...
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
Okay, I
also,
don't know which is which, but anyway, Bulldog.
I'll also have to go for VP. I think their lineup is just better. Fnatic has some weaknesses, you said, a little bit too greedy, and I think they'll just make sure the Monkey will play against the Brood, and then the Brood will be not so strong anymore.
Okay, hold on a minute. I thought we said this was a good Fnatic drop. I don't know. I'm gods.
It's like the same thing. My heart says Fnatic.
Yeah.
My
The
brain.
head says Virtus.pro.
Well, after being on power with these guys, I've kind of lost some brain cells, so I'm going to stick with Fnatic because my brain doesn't know what to think here.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I think
Fnatic. Yeah.
I think
Rude.
Black went with Virtus.pro, but I'm kind of lost now. Anyway, it's a very confusing panel. We're going to kick things off with, it seems, with our panelists. Black and Bulldog have both decided. Finally, we're going to get them to go to Virtus.pro, which is great. Okay, so they're both going Virtus.pro. However, the SEA brother on the panel, of course, he goes with Fnatic. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our first game.
I'm so biased.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. Yes, it's VP versus Fnatic. I'm Odie Pixel. I'm here with Fogged, and
Hello.
this series should be a pretty damn fun one. We've got some. As the panel said, Fnatic going all out on the OP heroes. It seems we've got Terrorblades and Broodmothers on the same sides. VP themselves trying to go for some of the classic sort of counters we've seen to Brood in the lane and such. They're drafting the Monkey King again, and we'll see if they get that matchup. They do also have, of course, the Ramses Morphling, so a little bit of overpoweredness for themselves in terms of the carries.
This should be quite an interesting one. I do agree with panel. I think Fnatic's draft is pretty greedy. I think Abed's going to have to really step forward here in this game to kind of pull this mid-game together, because like Ogre and Earthshaker, it's a little bit of an awkward support duo as well. The Earthshaker has to get it to that mid-game, and I think like Fnatic's draft, they want to take it to the late game, right? They want to take it late with Terrorblade Invoker, but VP, I don't really think they mind too much doing that either. They've got a Morphling, they've got the Monkey King, they've got good team fight as well surrounding it. We'll see how it plays out with all these lane setups. So right away we see VP. They're getting 3 bounty runes, and they've got the matchups already that they want. They've got the Monkey King versus the Broodmother. They've got the Morphling versus the Invoker. So from that start already, VP should be off to a good one.
Do you think Fnatic were expecting VP to make these sort of lane switches and they themselves would just accept them, or do you think we could see Fnatic change things, or can you not really be moving heroes like the Invoker around?
I think exactly that. We've seen some teams do it, right? Like Serenity, I believe, was one of the teams that did it a lot. And I think what was RNG when we were watching them at Mother Minor did it a few times too, right? They did it around the safe lane Invoker.
Oh yeah,
sure.
with Stay.
Yeah, Stay was running the safe lane Invoker, but it's not good. It's actually just extremely weak. You need to be mid. You need to be getting these levels. And now we actually don't have a 1v1. Since, you don't want Invoker in a 1v1 versus Morphling, they bring the Ogre, and Solo was already kind of in the area, and he's like, alright, so we'll match that 2v2. This should favor VP anyway. At least in the mid lane. Top lane, they're actually just doing some pulling right away. DJ's pulling the second wave, so no one's going to have to last hit everything under the tower. I'm going to watch him last hitting under the tower. See if he gets every single one of them here. You guys can watch the mid lane. But we'll watch this because last hitting creeps is more exciting for me.
Mid lane, bit of an attempt onto Ramses, but he's got the shift good to go, of course. Sal's up as well, back up to full HP. There's the bottom lane.
No one missed one, by the way. Just an update.
Pasha just trying to do his best here to play around with MP, get those fire spirits on him to just make it a little harder to get those CS to get the harass out whilst he's using his first use of the metamorphosis.
This is a Terrorblade who's alone down bottom for now because the way that they've set up their lanes. The Earthshaker doesn't really help lanes too much, and Ogre has to stay mid to help the Invoker. So bottom lane's going to become extremely difficult
as soon as
for
that
MP.
meta ends.
It's already pretty much gone, and now they're going to threaten to kill. I think he might actually just go down here. They can close the gap.
Yeah, if Roger can get on top of him. I mean, it's actually going to be Fnatic getting the kill onto the Bane in the middle of his first blood, and MP is able to sort of juke his way for the trees far enough to keep the distance, so he'll get away.
Oh yeah, did you say that? Was I not listening? It's a Centaur support?
I did not pick that up.
Yeah, it's Roger playing Centaur, and it's Pasha playing the Phoenix. Not something we see every day.
And it looks like, I mean, Roger's hitting the CS at the moment.
I think they're giving him boosts.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's just getting
for the most part, you still give Phoenix the farm priority.
Yeah,
because you've got Pasha playing it.
I think they want, what they want to be thinking about here is that the Phoenix wants to have a good game because all his magic damage versus a Terrorblade is going to be fantastic for their team. Dun connects bottom. They have the boots now on the Centaur. They can bully FP quite a bit, but Jabs is here now to at least help. Pasha actually commits forward.
Yeah,
they really want to threaten the kill.
For this. He gets another Fire Spirits out. If you can get another sort of double edge and a right click, it may just be enough. MP trying to hide. Pasha will be in trouble though, as Jabs will chase him down. That's going to be a kill for the Ogre once more. And MP was juking through the trees. He had the south back up, so MP's out at the sidelines and back into the lane at pretty much full HP.
Alrighty. Yeah, they've really committed forward for that kill. Jabs' rotation on point. DJ as well, because we saw him move mid, get that kill onto Solo with the Abed Invoker. And I'm curious to see what Abed's going to do. You know, Panel said...
Yeah, what sort of skill?
Yeah, the little, the build that we've been seeing quite a bit there. The Sampler, I'm calling it. You just have 2 or 3 points in Quas and Exor, and then you go for those 4 points in Wex. So you can be the hero that moves around, because I think he actually has to be the one that moves around. Otherwise, it puts a lot of pressure onto DJ as a Surfshaker. No one is doing incredibly well top. He just keeps... Now he's getting for the phase boot, so... Once he gets those, he can always bound the strike to take out the entire creep wave, or the entire spiders.
Down bottom, they do get MP. Yep. Roger and Pasha with harass. We've seen the last 2 times a little unsuccessful. This time they will be able to bring down the kill. They may lose heroes in return though. Pasha in trouble, held in place. Sunstrike's going to be off the mark though.
He turned. He didn't continue walking forward.
They may still get him, and they should, but the slow DJ trying to go for it, but Roger's there threatening the Who-Stomp, so he actually has to keep the distance. There's still a Fire Blasters. Jabs will be able to claim the kill onto Pasha. Still Fnatic leading in the kills.
They need to get those type of trade kills bottom because the Terrorblade's not getting any last hits for now. At least now they've pushed away the Centaur. They've pushed away the Phoenix for the time being. But now DJ.
Ooh, Solo is there along with Roger. As the first Who-Stomp and double edge bringing DJ low. DJ, can he get himself away? Cannot. Roger with the double edge cleans up the Shaker.
Dude, Jabs is gonna have so many kills early.
I mean, Jabs has picked up. It was 4 kills.
4 kills already.
4 kills. 4 minutes in. I mean, Jabs is having the time of his life on this Ogre Magi, just roaming from mid to bottom, getting involved in all the action and getting the cleanup kills.
They really ideally want Abed to get those last hits with the Sunstrike because he's going to suffer a lot in that mid lane. But yeah, Jabs is a happy Ogre. Bounty runes coming out. Jabs is going to claim 2, and Ice might be able to claim the top 2 as well. So
yeah,
it should be 4 runes for Fnatic pretty soon. Abed mid. Solo setting up.
Have they got enough damage? They do not quite have enough. The Fissure indeed from DJ. Keeping Abed safe. Go ahead straight forward, and Solo and Ramses will be kept at bay. Great timing for DJ to be there, sat behind Abed. He knew that sort of play was going to come in, and he was more than ready to save him.
The 2 supports on Fnatic just doing perfect timing rotations for these first 5 minutes. But they're still not getting a huge lead out of it. It's only 4-2, but we see the spiders, of course, starting to add up, so no one has that increased net worth, even though Broodmother's actual net worth is higher with less last hits, because she's able to just jungle constantly.
Let's see. What's this now? You say no one with this build this game. I imagine he will sort of go for the Echo Shadow. No one's not really a Battle Fury builder on his Monkey King, is he?
No, I don't think so. I mean, this game could be one that it suits for it though, because he's versus a Terrorblade and a Broodmother, so it's like it could be a possibility that he does do it. But
bottom lane, They do manage to get themselves on top of MP once again. Pasha and Roger, this time they find him, and no support close enough to help out. Jab's not quite there.
But now
Jabs
he's
chasing down again, looking for cleanup kills.
Do they have a Sunstrike? They've got it
They
invoked.
need the Sunstrike.
Will he go for it? Roger's juking. Roger's just stepping side to side, making it too difficult. And meanwhile, Abed mid gets slept up. Ramses will commit. They know DJ's near the area.
Trying to get Solo. Holds down. DJ trying to go for the chase down, but Solo's already up to the high ground. Sunstrike going to be off the mark. Solo is able to keep it safe with the movement. That top tower has been taken down, but no one is able to get the deny. A little bit of the gold taken away there, but still Ice's reign on this top lane continues as this Brood getting all the farm in the world. Same as to be said as the Monkey King, but you definitely got to be worried about this Brood Mother, as we've seen time and time again what Ice has been able to do on this hero when he gets sort of this free farm at the beginning.
No one went for the courier there with that tree dance level up there. So yeah, Ice, he's farming well. No one's also getting good farming. As you said, the tower deny is very significant though.
Roger gets taken down by Jabs again. That's the 5th kill for the Ogre. As Jabs having an absolutely beautiful time this game.
My big concern is still that MP's not farming. He's now gone to do what what Terrorblades do, go to the jungle, try to catch back up, but that's going to give Pasha an absolute free lane. He's already almost level 6 on the Phoenix with this urn. So we could see him TP to rotate and help out the lanes as well. And top looks like it's going to be one of the more static lanes, just continuing to be like this. Ice just going to keep farming these jungle cramps on top of trying to pressure no one a bit. Should have a very early defusal, which will be very helpful for them. You can threaten kills on these supports quite easily. I say supports, but it's a Centaur support, so it's a little bit harder.
He's still a bit beefy, and he's got good skill set to sort
Look
of
at
hold
MP
off one
bottom.
lane.
He's just dead.
Pasha making the heads-up play straight in with the supernova, and MP could not quite get himself out of range.
The things that Terrorblade hate playing versus the most in the early game is just high magical damage.
Yeah,
that's what
and
allowing a
Centaur
Phoenix
in a nutshell.
Yeah, a Phoenix core, right? So you allow this Phoenix to get these extra levels, an urn. Now he gets the urn charges too.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. The Terrorblade and Invoker off to a bit of a rough start.
It's a greedy draft, just like Panel was talking about.
Yeah.
It is absolutely
something's
very greedy.
Something's going to get punished. Maybe they, you don't sort of plan for 2 of the 3 lanes, though, to sort of go as they have been. It's top lane, no one. The wrap around from DJ. DJ looking for the angle from Fisher. Will be able to block him off. Jab's coming in as well. No one turns with the bound. Let's try to clear the spiders out, but it won't be there to hold back the Ogres. The setups were there with the Fire Blast, Sunstrike. They have the burst to take down no one.
He actually hit Ice with that too. He got the Jingu, but more than enough damage from that Sunstrike. But they have to keep rotating both of the supports to be able to doing this. Now MP, he's gone. I mean, he's gone back to the full jungle. But because of this now, VP, they're like, all right, Pasha, you kind of jungle, and now we'll give Roger the lane. So Roger will be kind of transitioning to a core to get that Blink Dagger for the next few moments for VP. And that's going to be pretty big for them. He's going to be able to get it at a very fast time because it's completely uncontested in the bottom lane.
He's been totally left alone. With a bit of time.
They're gonna have like these 4 cores on VP because of the way they've set up this early game. Fnatic's gonna have their giant Broodmother, but the other 2 cores are gonna be extremely slowed down. So as we see, Abed, he's gone for he had 2-0-3 build, gets that point in the wax, going for the phase boots into the urn. So now he's gonna start transitioning to try to be like setting up those kills, so it's not all the pressure in the world on DJ, because so far it has been. Jabs has had some great rotations too, but he's not the one that needs the important farm. He's an Ogre.
Oh, no one. Comes down to grab the rune. He does have the Wicos command, but it's going to get cancelled there by the Fire Blast, the Sunstrike as well. They will get on top of him and take him down. He may have got the bounty rune, but he pays with his life. As Jabs again in the right place, and this sort of whole area of the map becoming Ice's territory. A little spooky. Mid lane. Attempt onto Arbed. They jump in. Pasha comes in with a rotation, and with the amount of magical damage they have, no way for Arbed to magic his way out of there. So
it's really clever the way they're doing it, actually. Like, Centaur, they make this as a support, so, and he's like, oh, he can't roam, right? Like, the Centaur's just going to be this laner.
He can just farm.
Phoenix can roam, though. You don't need a Blink Dagger. You just Icarus dive, throw your spells out, and you can be that one to threaten kills onto the lanes.
I mean, Pasha's got, what, 1,700 gold? I mean, when you're sort of playing the core Phoenix, what are you sort of tempted to buy? Is this again where you're tempted to get the Midas?
Yeah, it could be a Midas.
Get the Midas, get the levels up.
Sometimes I would say the Veil can be kind of value because it buffs up majority of your, all your spells.
True.
But he doesn't really have anyone else who benefits from it so much, so maybe not that one this time. The Midas looks like it could definitely be an option, though. Might as well if it's going to be so early. And like we said, Roger, He is just sitting bottom, absolute free farm on the center. And look, like we were talking about the 4 cores.
He's making his way towards that blink.
Yep, they're going to have these 4 cores. Problematic.
I mean, Ice just needs to do something phenomenal this game. I mean, he has done in the past. His Spider can carry matches, but it's going to be a tough one. He needs to make so much space for a good duration of time to allow MP and Abed to actually get into the game.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, Abed's level 7, Morphling level 9. Now Solo, he's on the move around as his Bane. He's just trying to get vision so they can keep tabs on where this Terrorblade is farming, because they know this is a lineup of Fnatic where all 3 cores are going to be jungling. Every single one of them. The playmaking is going to be extremely difficult for the side of Fnatic. As DJ, he's trying to get some farm online. He's got level 6 now, and we do see the Midas purchase by Phoenix. So.
Okay, understandable. And they do find Solo. Ice, but the Spider Army takes the Bane down. But it feels like every moment the amount of the map that's just sort of being controlled by VP and confidently farmed is just infinitely more than that of Fnatic at the moment. They just don't have the space and place to get Abed and MP getting the farm.
Yeah, I think this Phoenix can go for some super big items.
I think you just got Midas Shiva's Guard, don't you?
Midas Radiance too.
Oh, Midas
cleared up the Radiance.
Okay, I like it.
I think he can go for this type of build in this game because it's really good versus the Terrorblade at all the stages. It's good versus Brood. It's going to just apply so much damage in an AoE. And I mean, Roger, he has his blink pretty much finished.
And this is what the support sensor. He's got his blink. It's not only that, he's got good levels too. He's level 8. Yep. So he is a massive threat. I mean, if he starts moving around the map, I mean, him plus to be for anyone else on the side of VP, that gets a kill. Especially onto the squishy cores now at this early stage of the game, like the Invoker and the Terrorblade.
Yeah, any of the core heroes plus this, I mean, it's a core centaur now pretty much. Will get kills, guaranteed pretty much. As long as Fnatic isn't sitting behind. So we were saying a lot of pressure on DJ. It's going to continue to be a lot of pressure on DJ. And he's only 1 point in the fissure. He's gone for the maxed Aftershock this game too. Which sometimes it's like if you're farming really well, it's really nice. If you can actually get on top of people, it's nice, but... He's going to be really slowed down. So like you want to get this one if you're going to be able to get your Blink Dagger early and get on top of people. But could get punished quite a bit here as we see VP. They've got the Blink on Roger. They're getting rid of the smokes. They want Ice. That's the big target. They know that he's the only one farming on the map. Roger gets his smoke broken, but they didn't see him just yet.
Yeah, let's see if Ice pokes himself out. Will do so. So Ice reveals himself. Set it with the Boundless Strike. They've got the Wukong's command out as well. And Ice in trouble. He's trying to run the Who-Stop's actually going to miss, but it does not matter. Pasha dives in, has enough damage to get the kill. DJ will be lucky enough to escape, but VP get that kill that they were after. They get Ice. Slowing down his farm and just making sure that one hero at the moment on Fnatic's side that's having a good game is sort of put to a bit of a stop.
Yeah, that was DJ tried to, because he has this max Aftershock build, right? So he wanted to get in on top of the Monkey King in order to use it. He didn't actually throw the fissure, so it allowed the Monkey King to get the ulti off. Yeah. So they can't actually threaten that kill, and there's already a rotation coming. Yeah, I'm getting very concerned for Fnatic. I mean, MP, he's starting to catch back up, but Abed is just out of the game. He's now got an urn, and he's got the 4 points in Wex, so it makes your tornadoes a bit easier to land and all that, but this is extremely problematic as the kills just keep getting threatened. VP.
He's found MP.
He's going to burn to death. He has to sunder his teammate.
But is he?
He didn't.
He didn't. I guess I wasn't expecting the damage to be that crazy. I don't think MP was even.
It's a level 11 Phoenix.
Well, that's the thing you've got to bear in mind. It is a core Phoenix with high levels. The damage is going to be that ridiculous, but I guess, in the day and age when you're much more used to it, sort of 50. You're not used to that sort of Phoenix damage at 15 minutes in, but Pasha, playing the core Phoenix, it just destroyed him.
If you get hit by Icarus dive plus Fire Spirits this early on, like you have to. Yeah.
Apparently so. Yeah, I think MP he'll realize that for next time.
Yep.
But that time round, he could have absolutely gone over to DJ and said, "Hey, DJ." They would have both lived, of course, because DJ himself wasn't ticking down to any sort of burn damage. But little mistakes.
DJ's going the enchant totem now too. He's actually just not leveling Fissure. He's not getting a lot of farm either. This is different. I mean, we've seen it as the core shaker. We've seen this, but as support shaker, getting in their faces is a lot harder. With
maybe he says, "I've got to become a core this game."
Maybe, perhaps.
I've got to become a core this game. We'll see. It's top Fnatic. Roger. Oh, he just gets a beautiful 3-man Who-Stop. The Supernova's going to be successful as well. Fnatic, they've just got to bail out of here. This is not a fight they can stick around for, as they've lost 1, they've lost 2, lost 3. Pasha even burning down DJ, jump 4 from Roger. They've got themselves another. This is an absolute slaughter. Fnatic. Oh, this game is not one of Fnatic's finest. I mean, VP
Definitely not.
They're just outplaying them in every single shape and form.
In every aspect too, right?
Yeah.
Just the idea, the way that they've had this support Centaur working out perfectly, and Pasha's going to be huge. Going to have a Radiance soon. They got completely away with it. This is just it's weird. Like this level 1 fissure is really strange.
The way that Roger got in there was just absolutely beautiful. Getting the 3 of them like that. You know, they try and get solo, but even as that, they can't. The controls there on Ice. He's stuck in the Wukong's command, can't move away. And the classic VP, you know, they're not, they sort of see the obvious kills, but then they're always searching for more. They make sure that there's no chance that anybody escapes.
Absolutely.
VP, they're into the pit. Sunstroke will scout it out.
It's a DD Morphling though, so that he's doing like almost 400 damage a hit at the 17-minute mark. The Spider's coming in. Stun gonna connect, and they get the Aegis.
They get the Roshan, they get the Aegis onto Ramses. Fall for no one. Scouting out action. Just the amount of gap close that these heroes have, as you saw. The jump from the Monkey King, the waveform, the dive, the blink on the Centaur. How do you escape this? As soon as they see you, you're probably going to die if you're Fnatic.
Yep. 84% win probability already. They've got the blink on DJ. All right, they're gonna need something miraculous from this Earthshaker.
He's got to do something crazy. I mean, he does have, as you say, so the max aftershock. If he can get on top of people with the Echo, it's going to be nice.
Maybe the burst damage from the Enchant Totem
Maybe
too.
He kills
if he finds,
if
he finds a low HP Morphling, if he gets like a double Enchant Totem, maybe.
Roger does have to use the Stampede there to get away as Arbeb was ready to back up.
Ramsey's
top lane. Oh,
he got the Morph off.
Get the Morph off.
That's
or the shit, yeah.
Because like this level 1 fissure, like he fissures, but then when the time that he blinks to get the Enchant Totem follow up, it's only a 1 second stun duration.
Right.
So he already gets it off because of this.
Yeah.
It's very strange to see it. And now VP. Now they know their Earthshaker has Blink Dagger too. And they're very content with the way that this game's going, as this Radiance is coming online very soon for Pasha. Roger, like we said, is a core hero as well. Everything is just going their way, and Fnatic can only just farm, and while they're farming, Ramses just commits a lone forward, gets a kill.
He just killed off MP. That's MP off the map, no farming for him for another 30 seconds.
Oh
and,
boy.
You'll take the loss of the Aegis for that one, just sort of rubbing extra salt into the wounds of MP, making his game even more miserable. As
no one's going in for himself. He's like, all right, my turn.
He feels very strong. The Fisher will save Jabs, though. Stops no one from being able to keep himself on top of Jabs. What do they do? And as we've seen as well,
we get all the spiders too.
The entire family of Ice slaughtered by the Monkey King.
And they're hunting him. They're hunting this Broodmother. Ice playing in his free pathing, but they're spotting him.
I mean,
he's getting gripped. He's dead.
And they just walk in and catch him. And I mean, Ice, he's the one that had to be this amazing hero this game, and he farmed well, and that was pretty much it. He farmed well. I mean, he had a 1v1 lane. He had a jungle to himself. It's expected, you know, there's a standard day for Ice, but as we're seeing, even for him with the farm that he had, there's not really much he can do to help his team at this point. And going out on his own, VP now at a point where they're more than strong enough to very easily kill and catch that spider.
All right, Fnatic. This is where this is the time where you sit behind your Terror Blade to try to secure some kills. But he's got a Vanguard.
You can't go on that.
This is a support Centaur with Blink Vanguard at 20 minutes. Yeah, DJ pretty much has to land like these 4 or 5 man echoes, but there's already now BKB on the Monkey King too. This Morphling's getting extremely tanky now. He's actually now sitting at higher HP. I think the one time he saw the Earthshaker coming in, he was like, okay, never again. I'm gonna sit at a much healthier margin to make sure I can't actually get caught out because of that.
That's the 20-minute radiance on your offlane Phoenix now done. Wow. Pasha, ready to burn some fools.
Level 15 as well. So yeah, let's see how much damage is it all gonna be. Yeah, it's a lot. 480 just from Fire Spirits, 280 from. Yeah, it's a lot of damage that's gonna be coming out just from him. Just him Icarus diving over and just landing Fire Spirits on anyone. They will take majority of their health pool.
Yeah, and we're a while away from anyone, of course, on Fnatic having a BKB. Ice being the closest at the moment, but he himself still just about halfway there.
That's probably the next big timing for Fnatic is just get the double BKBs, try to smoke, try to take some type of fight with your Blink Dagger Earthshaker, Because if they don't get a good fight with those two BKBs, this one's looking really, really hard. Got the Spirit Vessel 2 on Abed, so they want to be able to get some charges to at least dish it out onto that Morphling, because he hasn't gone for the Manta style as far as I can see yet. He's got the items for it though, but he wants to be more greedy, it looks like, for the Scotty. Pasha. They get the scan successful onto the Ogre as he's coming through. Pasha just kind of waltzes by, plays a little bit more defensively. No one with a second deny on the tower. And VP, now they're just split up on the map. Everyone's, someone's farming top lane, Roger's farming mid lane, Ramsey's farming bottom lane. Everyone's just split up because they know the playmaking on Fnatic, it's just completely gone. And oh.
And maybe Ramses goes for Ladgy. But no, it's not going to be the case of DJ. He's actually not even bothering to stick around to see if he can catch him out in any sort of slip-up. He's scared that there will be more hunting through the trees for him.
Rule of thumb usually versus Invokers is you don't sit too low HP. So I think Ramsey's, like what we said, after that first time,
I don't think we've seen him, yeah.
Yeah, he's just not going to sit down that far anymore. Until later stages, then he'll probably start morphing down to like one strength.
Oh, when when I guess you got a really good read of the map and the Invoker's dead and such.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, Ramsey's keeping it around that sort of 1k HP.
Roger, they're giving Roger some space to farm, giving him his, I think he pretty much has, he has the Crimson Guard finish now on top too. So the Broodmother and the Terrorblade, that physical damage that they could have coming in from the fights, if Roger's there, it will be gone.
There we go, Rod. Tried to jump
Gets
in.
the Echo.
DJ just get the Echo and the control. They've got the combo here coming out, but already it's going to be Fnatic that lose DJ. BP still all alive for now.
That was very quick reactions by DJ.
It was straight up with the Echo Slam, but as it were, just not enough damage, even with Arbe being around at this stage. Just he's only got the phase and an empty Spirit Vessel.
And only 4 points in Exorb. Yeah. He went for the he wanted to go for the Wex to try to make the plays happen on the map, damage. But the lanes and everything fell apart so fast for Fnatic. It's 14k gold lead, 14k experience lead for BP.
It's a rough one. I mean, Arbed, he's got less money than the support Centaur.
He really does.
At the same time, this is Roger having an absolutely amazing game.
For
this
sure.
is the thing. This is a very rich support Centaur. But as you can see, just Arbed unable to keep up with the farm, can't find really any place to be that's allowing him to get that gold. Yeah,
it's just the greed for them is not paying off right now.
It really isn't. It was a worry during the draft, and we're certainly seeing what sort of happens when, as a team you go, hey, Terrorblade's fun. He's powerful, we'll throw him in. Hey, Broodmother's fun and powerful, we'll throw him in. Hey, Arbed, you can play Invoker, we'll throw that in too. All these pieces, like they're excellent pieces, but together, it's very hard to execute, and especially when you're doing it against a team like VP.
Especially when you're doing it against heroes that do well against those heroes too, right? Like the Morphling mid lane versus Invoker, Monkey King top lane versus the Broodmother. This Centaur Phoenix high magic damage versus a Terrorblade in the bottom lane. So like we said, at Fnatic, they can't really make plays right now. They need to wait for those BKBs and hope for the best, and wait for that Echo Slam to come back up. They almost have both, right? BKB finished on Brood and 275 for MPs.
As VP is free to take towers as they wish. They know that there's very sort of little pressure from them in terms of team fight. Roger.
He's got a Crimson Guard.
Those spiders ain't going to do anything.
Yeah. They're dying, actually. No, he gave spiders. Only the spider rates, though, so don't give up too much.
Yeah, Roger.
I actually I was running into Pasha in the elevator coming down here, and I was like, this should be a pretty close and exciting match. And he's like, nah, we're gonna go 0-2. But it looks like he was just messing with me, as they came incredibly prepared.
Yeah, he certainly did. Pasha certainly, he's a bit of a joker, likes to have a laugh.
He is.
This game one certainly looking a little grim for Fnatic. I think at the least though, it can be, you can sort of be certain that I think Fnatic, they'll realize that, hang on, we were a little greedy. Next game, this is very fixable. They can absolutely try a different approach. Because VP, they are not going to let this sort of greed pass by.
No, and VP is one of those teams that we say a lot is, if they win 2 lanes, or if they win 2 lanes and kind of trade in 1 lane, you're in big trouble if they have a good composed lineup. And this is a good composed lineup, and they did exactly that. They won 2 lanes, and they traded in the top lane. I guess you could say Ice 1 lane, but he did get both towers denied, so that's a pretty good thing for no one.
And I like, and obviously, as we saw from their lane with the Centaur and the Phoenix, do you think, when you do have these two heroes, is this the better way to run it? Have it with the Phoenix having the priority at the beginning? Or do you think it's just as good the other way? Or do you think VP are actually showing us this is the better way to play that combo on the same lane? Because it seems really strong.
I personally like it in particular versus Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Versus these heroes that suffer versus high magic damage. If your Phoenix gets really high levels, then this magic damage just makes the game super difficult.
Yeah.
For the Terrorblade in specific. And it's neat, like I was saying too, like this Centaur, he needs a Blink Dagger to gank, but Phoenix doesn't. Like, he made those rotations mid. Now they've got BKB Morphling, they almost have Shiva's Phoenix. I mean, everything's just going perfect
everything
for
is there for VP and Fnatic. They're just still trying to find their first something really on a lot of their heroes. As Aghanims for Abed, still about 600 gold away. Ice to BKB trying to get a Nullifier online. So he has a chance to really sort of disable and kill off one of the heroes. Jabs has been jumped upon. They find him alone. Another pickup for VP as they head towards the pit. And Fnatic, it's, unless DJ wants to go for some crazy solo play, I mean, he hasn't got the Echo Slam, so unlikely that he'll even try for that. There is no chance that Fnatic can push VP away from yet another Roshan.
When did he use the Echo?
I think he must have, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Did he miscast earlier?
I did not see him cast the Echo, but it's been down for down for a while.
It's still just a level 1 Echo, so the cooldown's super long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have it at the moment.
They've got their Ags on the Invoker, but now it's versus Aegis Cheese too. And they all have BKBs. Well, the heroes that matter have BKB, the Morphling and the Monkey King. And they've got this enormous support Centaur with the Crimson Guard going for an Aghanim.
They can't kill him. I mean, they can't kill the Centaur. And especially, I mean, Roger, he's halfway towards an Aghanim.
Yeah, he's huge.
When he's got an Aghanims, then there's absolutely no chance that anybody dies in these team fights for VP.
Yep. And this Phoenix also getting a Halberd next on top of that Radiance, so the Terrorblade or the Broodmother, their damage will be limited even more. DJ will get a block onto Solo, but DJ may just die for this.
He certainly will by the looks of it. The Boundless Strike down, no one jumping up to the high ground. He's got the BKB committed as they move forward. Jabs falling as 2 kills are picked up by Pasha. Fnatic just have to immediately retreat any time there's any sort of sign of a team fight. They cannot stand toe-to-toe at the moment with VP 5-on-5, which is understandable. There's a 20,000 gold difference, 21,000 experience difference, 29 minutes in. In this game, as we say, it's looking borderline impossible for Fnatic to come back in I don't know what sort of Dota plus win rate says at the moment, but it must be pushing close to that 100.
Even with a Terrorblade on the team, it's not going for the Terrorblade at all. It's at 79% for VP at the moment.
I think that's surprisingly low.
Yeah, I think it's low as well. But like we said, it's a Terrorblade on one side, right?
Sure, it does love the Terrorblade, but
yeah.
VP...
Tiger on time. There's like little to no threat of them actually getting killed because they have Aegis and Cheese. And now Ice gets stunned.
And he's just straight up dead. The Spider's gone. Ice has got to buy back. Ramsey's just diving in by the tier 4s to burst down Jabs. There's Ice. He's got the BKB. He is on top of Ramsey's. Ramsey's being cold snapped, but inside the TB form, he's still got the Aegis. They just try and turn a collapse onto Ice. Ice does get himself out of the Wukong. A VP just holding the fort by Fnatic's racks. Ramsey's starting to beat them down. There's Roger. Oh, he's found Ice. Tries to go for a bit of a bite, but that just allows Roger to find the Who's on the Boundless Strike. Comes down. DJ looks to jump off the Echo Stand. They're bringing no one down pretty low, but he's going to get the cheese off. Not even no one's going to die in this fight, as it looks to be. A Sunder comes out onto a target that has the same HP, so that was a Sunder for what? Roger's in with a Who Stomp onto 2. MP's going to tick out to the Sunray. That's going to be GG.
They call it,
Good game, well played. I mean, it absolutely was. VP played that perfect, and one of those games where Fnatic, they really did not get to play Dota 2 at all this game.
No.
They didn't do anything.
Far too greedy. I very rarely say this for DJ in particular, but
yeah.
it was a really tough game for him. The skill build going for this max enchant totem and stuff too afterwards, when he knows his blinks kind of get slowed down because of the pace of the game, felt really hard. And the draft just felt so greedy. The playmaking, They got Jabs. I think if maybe if the Invoker got some of those Sunstrike
so
kills
there's only
instead
kills.
of Jabs,
Jabs was having a great time at the start of the game.
Yeah.
He was, 4 kills at 4 minutes in. Jabs was loving life on the Ogre Magi, but I mean, as we say, though, at least sort of with these, seems to us, and I think the people watching at home in the panel, these sort of obvious mistakes or risks that they took in the draft, you know that Fnatic's not going to do that again.
They can fix this, for sure. Yeah.
They're not going to draft these 3 cores again at the least.
And VP did play this in a kind of like flawless manner, right? They gave up a couple kills in the laning phase from the Shaker rotations, but besides that, everything went their way. It's like, all right, no one died once, but then they tried to make a move on him with Broodmother, and that felt like the last move that Fnatic made in the game. When they made that move top and no one turned and killed him, that was the last thing that they could do, and then it just was a steamrolling by VP.
What a game. So the classic VP, the VP that we all know and love and are a little bit scared of when they're on top form, as they just absolutely destroy Fnatic here in this game 1. But that's only the first game of the series, ladies and gentlemen. Much more to come, so we'll pass you back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Owen. Yes, that is the VP we know and love and are basically terrified of if you're playing them. Much better than their group stage results would suggest. Very clean game from Virtus.pro, and despite a fairly greedy draft from Fnatic, that didn't work out, and your 100% win rate comes to an end, Gods, for predictions.
Yeah, it's probably not my best prediction.
Heart overhead.
I've had some
heart overhead.
I had some good predictions too, and had some terrible ones now.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if the greed paid off.
I think it didn't pay off just yet.
Just look, if it's still the game, it may still work. Give us some time, guys.
Yeah.